cutting horse was born on the open range, where ranchers would gather vast herds for branding, doctoring, and drive them up the famous trails to feed a hungry nation over 100 years ago. Some horses were better suited for separating a cow from the herd, becoming the royalty of the remuda. Ranchers would brag and bet on who had the best cutting hoss, and competitions arose. These select few were crossbred to create what we have today.
If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we're gonna dance a while. Dance, dance. Cutting.
Howdy folks, Kenny Ehmeyer here for the Weekend Cutter. Come join us as we take you on a trip from the practice pen to the show arena, and let you listen in as top cutting horse trainers prepare their students to compete in the Western industry's most exciting equine sport. So sit back, relax, and you'll learn what it takes to become a top weekend cutter right here on RFD TV.
Cutting horse dance, to the left, to the right.
Iconoclast Sports Boots. Visit westernlegacysales.com.
Cutting horse dance, left, right, left, right.
What separates us from the rest of the bits out there? What makes these bits so unique? These bits are unique in the sense that these are all American made. Every bit's handmade, made right here in Gainesville, Texas. All three of these bits from start to finish, each one covers a different age or a different area, different stage in training, from your 2-year-old all the way to the finished horse. This is a bit made by horsemen for horsemen.
There are really no obstacles in getting a horse insured anymore. You don't need to find a vet. You don't need to load the horse up in the trailer to go get it vetted. You don't need to pay for those x-rays. All you have to do is find a phone, and we all know we have one of those at the tip of our fingers no matter where we're at, and just call 1-800-228-8664. And if you know you're going to be picking up a horse on a Saturday or Sunday, call us on Friday, and we'll get it all put together, and that horse will be insured when you load it up in the trailer.
There is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of us all. You know it's true. Return the favor. Connect to the power of performance. Total Equine Horse Feed. Wellness for your horse's performance and well-being. Good inside. TotalEquine.info.
Hey folks, thanks for joining the show this week. Let's go check on Zeke Entz and while he's getting his people ready to show, and then we're going to meet the Paul Waters Bit Collection. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Zeke Entz. We're here with the Weekend Cutter. This is Trish Stanfield. She came over to work with us today. Trish, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, Zeke, just what would you like to know?
A little bit about your horse history.
Hey, I am riding a 7-year-old Bet On Me 498 mare. She's way better bet.
Way better bet.
Way
Now,
better bet.
how long have you been cutting?
I've been cutting long enough to get my 2000 achievement buckle.
All right.
What about that? About 2 years.
But you have a lot of experience in horses. You've done everything with them, correct?
We have had a lifetime of horse experience, yes.
Lifetime of horse experience.
We have.
And you like the cutting pretty good.
I like it all. I like it all. It hurts my feelings a lot, I'll tell you that.
Well, there's a lot to it.
There is.
You ready to practice?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Drive it on up. Good. Control that cow. We don't want to just hold her still. We want her to back out of there in time with that cow. Whoa. All right, get another cow. There you go. Get square over there. All the way across there. All the way across there. Get square. All the way across there. There you go. Good. Straight stop. Slow her down coming out. That's good. Well, that was a good little work, Trish.
Yes, it was.
She was excited to be working, wasn't
She was
she?
a little froggy, wasn't she?
Made a couple hard moves there at the beginning. Took a gut shot.
I took a gut shot.
But got her slowed down. The cows are actually got a little faster and tougher, but you got her in sync. That was good. You feel ready to go to the show?
I'm ready.
Great. Let's go show.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm George Baxter from Lake Placid. The Weekend Cutter will be right back.
Hi, I'm Paul Hansma, Hall of Fame cutting horse trainer. I've been feeding Top of the Rockies alfalfa cubes from Manzanola Feeds for 2 or 3 years now. And I really like their convenience, the quality, and there's no mess, no waste. They're very easy and convenient to take to the shows with me. I like how my horses look, and I would recommend Manzanola Feeds. Give them a call.
You ever think you'll see this again, Buster Welch showing at Will Rogers?
Hi, I'm Danny Branham from Branchville, South Carolina. Welcome back to the Weekend Cutter.
Slide on in there, Trish. Got a black baldy over on this corner. Keep it on up there. Go to the far right, cut the black baldy on the far right. Go to it, go to it, go to it, go to it, go to it. They're both up there, so you can do either one. Up, 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 up. You got it, now stay slowed down. Sit back, slow down, slow down. There you go. Wait. Wait. All the way across. There you go. All the way across. Wait. All the way across here. Both feet, both feet. Next chance. Right there. Walk right to the middle of them, Trish. Gray smoky cow right there coming up. Here's her little baldy too. Come over here to her little baldy. If she stays up here. Oh, she's tangling up a little bit. You may need to do a little feel here. You got it, you got it. Stay on her right ear. Stay on her right ear. Stay on her right ear. Push on her. Push on her just a little. Good cut. All the way. Now slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Both feet. Get across there. Wait. All the way. Oh. There you go. All the way across there. Both feet. Both feet. Stay right there, Trish. Stay right there. Stay right there. All the way. All the way. Good.
Well, folks, hope you enjoyed that first part of this episode. And big thanks to Arena One. Lee Garner and Susie Barnett do an outstanding job putting a good show on there at Batesville, Mississippi. Big thanks to Zeke Entz and all his people. Now let's head back to Paradise, Texas, as I promised you, and let's meet the Paul Waters Bit Collection. Hey folks, we're out here at Brian Jackson's in Paradise, Texas, and I've caught up with Paul Waters. Paul, Good to see you again, my friend.
Kenny, good to see you. It's a little change of pace. We're riding the chairs and not the horses,
I
man.
know it. You know, well, everybody picks on me about what I do with my feet anyway. This way I don't get in trouble.
They're stationary right now, so we're in good shape.
Well, Paul, everybody knows Paul as one of the staff trainers and always on the show working with his clients and getting them schooled up and ready to go to town. One thing that you've all probably noticed when you've been seeing the new Paul Waters Bit Collection commercials is Paul is now an advertiser on the show. So as that happens, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Paul Waters Bit Collection.
Well, I'm excited, Kenny, and I'm excited to talk to you about it. You know, every horse that I've shown, every horse that I've trained, have all been in my bits. So we've got several other trainers using them now, and some of the Tommy Marvin, Ed Duffarina, he's got one, and Terry Clifford. So we've got
Walt Irwin's got some.
Walt Irwin's got a couple now, and so we've got several professional trainers that are using them and liking them, and you know, and they suit me pretty good. I get along with them well, so my horses seem to do well, and
I think that they're doing fine. We can name a number of horses that you've trained and shown in your bits, and the thing that impresses me so much about your bits is the simplicity. I mean, there's not a bunch of buttons and gadgets and rollers and this and that and the other. They're designed with a particular function.
Yep.
And they accomplish that.
Any of the bits that we make, you know, we offer 3 to the public, which are all in different stages, pretty much from start to finish, but we've simplified that in 3 easy steps. All the bits we make are balanced. Now, being a professional horse trainer and making my own bits, I know where the weight needs to be and you know, how the leverage works and how to keep a mouth healthy, which in turn keeps a horse up here healthy.
Exactly.
So just through years of trial and error and tribulation, you know, it's down to a science. It's not the answer to everybody's problem.
Exactly.
Because we got horses that start at age 2 and all the way up to age 22. You know, so as much balance as we want in our horses, we start with the bit, start down at their feet. You know, so everything should complement everything else, one to the next to the next.
Exactly.
The transition bit was thought of, and I can't take all the credit for that. I think that the bits we use today were thought of 100 years ago. I didn't reinvent the wheel, I've just simply made it better. I've made it run quicker, smoother, and we're in a different era of horses. We're in a different era of training. So we're going faster, we're stopping harder. Our horses are athletes. We're breaking records and making history.
Yes, sir.
You know, so I'm tickled. I hope, you know, to be a part of that history. So the transition bit was thought of. Now, I didn't know that it was thought of before me. I just assumed that it was, okay?
Right.
I can't be that intelligent, okay? Actually, me and Dean Kilgard was working on a ranch in Colorado. And we had come up with some ideas and used, and that's where that started, was on the ranch in Colorado.
On your 2-year-olds, or did you?
Yeah, no, I actually there we had some 2-year-olds, and at that period of time we also had some 3- and 4-year-olds that weren't never broke either.
Well, and that is a little more common in the ranching world. Some of them might break them as late 2-year-olds and then turn them out.
Yeah, or you know, some of ours got caught as late 4-year-olds, you know. But I wanted to come up with something directional and something that we could work on a different, some more instinctive natures of the horse.
Right.
So we could eliminate some gapping of the mouth and some other. The snaffle bit is a great bit.
Yes.
But with all great things, there's also some drawbacks.
Some limitations.
And exactly, and it also takes a very good hand to proficiently use a snaffle bit to get the proper results. What we've done with the transition bit is just kind of taken all that slack out. So you, me, our cameraman Chuck can use this bit, and the results will be good. They'll differ from person to person, obviously.
All depends on the hands.
All depends on the hands and obviously the skill level of the individual using it. But no matter what we do, we won't tear up a mouth.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're promoting a good, healthy mouth. And then by doing so, we're also promoting a good, healthy mind. So we're going to have a more willing, wanting horse. And because the principles of this bit work with the instinctiveness of our horses, things like putting your horse up in the bridle or getting them supple up in the face become easier.
Exactly.
So it kind of takes that workout, and being a very skilled hand, it kind of takes a little bit of that slack out and helps you get that. Yet we still have the direction, left and right.
Hi, I'm Scott Ray from Decatur, Texas. The Weekend Cutter will be right back in just a few minutes.
Oh, baby, come on. Baby, come on. Baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is.
One of the most physically and demanding tasks required of the cow horse is holding the cow. Every joint, ligament, and muscle is tested to its limits. To keep your cutting horse on the cutting edge, Precision Joint Solution developed the most innovative joint supplement on the market today. By combining two exclusive ingredients, it supports the joints by decreasing inflammation, hindering cartilage breakdown, and increasing recovery time. Precision, the cutting edge for the cutting horse. The Season 1 DVD set has over 9.5 hours of instruction and lesson from the top amateur-friendly trainers in the country. 26 entire episodes filmed literally from Florida to California. You'll have to be horseback in the practice pen with the trainers on our show to get this valuable information. The bloopers and outtakes from our first 26 episodes make this DVD set hard to pass up. Visit theweekendcutter.com to get yours now.
I'm Brad Barker. I'm an amateur cutter from Texarkana, Texas. Welcome back to the Weekend Cutter.
You know, one thing that you and I have talked about a lot is, you know, these ranch sorters.
Yes, sir.
They're going left and right pretty hard and fast. And
handling their horse quite a lot.
Handling their horse like that. And I've been to a couple of sortings, and I see even the older horses, they're out there riding 10, 12-year-old horses in a snaffle bit. And I've asked why, you know, because I'm a cutter coming into that world. And
sure.
Some of the older hands that have been doing it for a while, they said, well, I went in there with a bridle in my horse's mouth. Still didn't do bad, but they said, you know, hey, good job, but you're going to want to get you a
tight quarters. Tight quarters needs a lot of left and right. We're going to pull around a lot.
I'm thinking the transition bit
Oh,
is the sorters. If they ever get their hands on one, I think that it's going to take off like
Kenny,
wildfire.
I tell you what, sorters, pinners, dressage people, and I've trained some dressage horses, and of course, you know, I met my wife. I was actually training her jumping horses, so I've had a broad variety
spectrum of the disciplines that you've
absolutely
touched with.
And you know, and we've had some Olympic level horses in the transition bit, so it works.
Mm-hmm.
There's no tricks, no gimmicks, and it's something that's going to have it's going to fit about anything, you know. But there again, the transition bit, it too has its limitations.
Well, now tell me about the C-bit.
Okay, the C-bit is just a step up. Now that transition bit, and the reason I call it a transition bit is because you can move into a snaffle. All right, it makes that transition much smoother. Anything with a solid mouth, anything with a broken mouth, because remember, our transition bit is very directional.
Exactly.
All right, so the C-bit is just a step up from that. It's a solid mouth bit, And it's if you go to the C-bit, go online, watch the commercial, the design, that mouth, it lays right with the flow of a horse's head, his mouth, tongue, everything.
Right.
So we won't engage that bit, or it's not engaged until we engage it, and the horse can release that bit as he breaks over at the pole. Instantly, it's constantly released. So a horse finds that happy spot, and it makes us look like heroes.
Well, I tell you what, and with that, your third bit in this collection is the S-shank.
Yes.
And just like the C-bit, the S-shank, you have had a lot of success on some big-time horses out there in the industry right now.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that S-shank.
Okay, the S-shank is more of a finished bit. It's for finished horses. It's something that knows its left and right. It's supple, very broke in the face, and very confident. And as we graduate bit to bit to bit up, it's just like if we had a couple of paper cups with string. We'd start off with that right here, and I'd talk to you, and you'd talk to me, and we could hear each other.
Sure.
But as we put some distance between us, we're going to pick our cell phones up.
And going to spend some money
and we're
buy
going
a good one.
That's right. So what we do is we graduate in degrees of a better communication device, and that's what these bits are. They're just a medium for communication between you and your horse. So the S-shanked bit is more of a finished bit. It's very, very acute. Doesn't take a lot of movement to get what you want, and that message is very direct. Nothing harsh about it.
Right.
There again, it complements the natural attributes and instincts that God put in every horse. Okay?
Right.
So, like I said, the S-shanked bit's just a finished bit. It'll be right there in the palm of your hand. We've got a DVD coming out showing you how to use these things, each bit, and the S-shanked bit, I think it shows a little JJS Catless Murata was in the S-shanked bit. It's a horse that was kind of made famous. He fell down at the John Deere finals with me.
Exactly.
And yeah, he was in that bit, but it wasn't because of the bit. But yeah, and you can see at the end of the day, through the progression of bits, what we're going to get. Promote that good mouth. Our horse is happy. We got a happy horse. We've got a horse that's willing to learn and be more receptive to what we're going to teach it. We've got a bit that complements the natural attributes, instincts, and movements of a horse. Now we've got something working for us and not against us.
And that communication device.
And now we've got some clarity. So they're designed that even for an amateur horseman, if you get in the general vicinity, start with the transition bit, you get in the general vicinity, your horse is going to come to it because that's exactly how it's designed.
Yep.
As foolproof as you can get a bit.
Well, you've got a great support system. It's easy for anybody to get a hold of you. If they've got questions, they can go to your website, which is
www.paulwaterscuttinghorses.com, or they can go to your website,
which is www.theweekendcutter.com.
There you go.
One way or another, we can get you in touch with buying any one of these 3 bits.
Yes, sir.
All 3 of them, or with it, the DVD that describes every part and facet of these 3 bits.
Yeah, we're not selling widgets here. I strongly, suggest there's going to be some professional horsemen that already have the bits that obviously don't need the video.
Right.
I'd strongly suggest the video, and it's not some hour-long, how you do a spin. This is how to use the bits, what you can expect, the results you're going to get. The questions are, how much do I pull? When do I quit? Well, video, they can watch it, and it answers it. And you're watching the bit in use, how to fit it, and most people.
You're watching it by the guy that designed and built them. So.
And the horses that I'm training.
And the horses that you're training.
Yeah, Kenny, this has been a blast.
I tell you what.
A change.
I know the change.
This has been a change.
This has been a change. Well, We will see you on the next episode of the Weekend Cutter working with one of your clients.
That sounds great. I hope to see you and all of y'all at Fort Worth, and keep tuning in to the Weekend Cutter.
Thank you all very much. Well, folks, thanks for joining our show this week. Another big thanks to Arena One, Lee Garner and Susie Barnett out in Batesville, Mississippi, and big thanks to Paul Waters Bit Collection. Be sure and catch Paul Waters training his folks up here on the Weekend Cutter, and give him a call if you got any questions about the transition bit, C bit, or the S-shank bit. Y'all be sure and come cut up with us a little bit next week on the Weekend Cutter. Visit theweekendcutter.com's merchandise page for all your shirts, caps, t-shirts, decals, anything you need to look like you watch the Weekend Cutter. Be sure and go to the Weekend Cutter's Facebook page and like us.
Left, right, let's do it again. Dance, dance.